WoW Classic Exploration Part 17, The Hidden Gems of Outland. So it's been a while since I posted a video in this series, well over a year, but with the imminent release of Wrath of the Lich King Classic, I wanted to show a few interesting spots from the Burning Crusade. Since you can fly in Outland, there aren't really any closed zones or inaccessible areas, but there are a few fun little out-of-the-way spots that often go unnoticed. First up is Isaac Newton. There's this odd corpse up on this floating island in the middle of Nagrand, who's been hit on the head and is sitting under an apple tree. Well, given Nagrand's physics-defying floating islands, this always struck me as an amusing little tribute to Isaac Newton, and I don't know, in my opinion it's worth a quick look, even though there's not really much to do there. Next up is Shally's Home for Little Tykes. This is somewhat hidden up in the mountains in between Nagrand and the Zangarmarsh, and it looks like it's a little orphanage, or maybe a daycare or something. It's kind of a weird little spot with a sandbox, some toys, a troll named Shally, who just tells you that the little ones are sleeping, and a bunch of babies. Interestingly, I think this is the only place in the entire history of World of Warcraft that you ever get to see a baby Tauren. Now, it's not really clear what the purpose of this place is, if anything was ever intended to bring you here or anything like that, and there's also been speculation over the years that Shally is a cannibal, which would be pretty gruesome even by WoW standards if true, but for my 5 cents, it's an orphanage, just a really weird one hidden in an out-of-the-way place. Lastly, there's a random shipwreck on a floating island in the Twisting Nether, in between the Netherstorm and Hellfire Peninsula. This site is abandoned, but the island itself actually is on the larger world map. Now, there's a lot of lore I won't get into about the history of Outland, but I've always thought it was kind of interesting that this one lone, unexplained, and abandoned shipwreck is basically all that remains of this poor planet's oceans and seafarers. Nothing to do with the shipwreck, really, it's just scenery. But given its out-of-the-way location, it often goes unnoticed by players, and most people never see it. Well, that's really about it for Outland. As I mentioned up front, no real closed-off areas, since you get the ability to fly. I do have a few more updates coming to the series, however, including some instanced content from the Burning Crusade. If you're new to the series, consider getting caught up by checking out the playlist. As always, thanks for watching.